Last time.
Last time.
Last time.
Last time.
On the results driven.
On the results driven.
On the results driven.
On the results driven.
Fitness show.
Fitness show.
Fitness show.
Fitness show. How was that?
Scale back from macro to micro. Making better decisions daily, committing to a number, and tracking is a simple way to ensure you can have top of mind awareness. Helps me rest easy knowing I didn't completely throw my day down the drain. We'll sprinkle a little bit of core training throughout the workout.
I want that to be the front foot in your back lunge.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Results Driven Fitness show. In today's episode, we're talking about building lower body strength with an exercise RD members love to hate, the split squat.
After that, Coach Mike is going out on the floor to talk about split squats and back lunges. We need to get lats involved in the split squat, so he's going to demonstrate 2 ways you can apply to your training.
Then we're going to finish by talking about progressive resistance training, what it is and how it can help you progress in your strength training.
This is episode 15. Where's the time gone?
Let's get started. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Are you doing unilateral exercises? Think about your typical gym experience. Lots of exercises, especially lower body ones, are done with both feet on the ground in a symmetrical stance, meaning your feet are in the same plane while you're performing those exercises. The typical examples you'll see on the floor are squats and deadlifts.
Symmetrical stance exercises are great. Deadlifts and squats are 2 of the best strength exercises anyone could do. However, with the feet in a symmetrical position, compensation can occur. The people at Functional Movement Systems talk about predictors of injury. The most common predictor of injury is previous injury. The second most common is asymmetry. Movement asymmetries could be mobility or motor control related. Once those fundamental movement qualities are addressed, we still need to build symmetrical strength. Gray Cook says, sometimes the best way to gain symmetry is to follow a non-symmetrical path. That's where exercises like split squats come in.
Split squats are an easy exercise to avoid. 2 of the biggest limiting factors are balance and strength from side to side. However, if you can figure out ways to put yourself in a position to succeed, the split squat is one of the biggest bang for your buck exercises. You get to compare strength from one side to the next. It's also one of those exercises that you feel everywhere the next day.
So you're sold on split squats, but you're worried you don't have the balance to do them properly. What can you do? Our first recommendation would be getting a pad. Kneeling on a pad or 2 limits the depth of the movement. A lot of the time people don't want to use a pad because they feel it's a crutch. But your body can't learn the movement properly if you can't control the range of motion you're exploring. Limiting the range just creates the depth that's right for your body at that moment in time. And over the course of training, the goal is to slowly peel the pads away until you're working from the floor.
Our other recommendation for making split squats more accessible would be to figure out some way to engage the core. Whether it's a band, cable machine, kettlebell, or sandbag, if we can incorporate some kind of tension strategy to engage the lats, our core will fire better and make us more stable. That's why we want to bring you out on the floor to show you 2 ways we engage the core for split squats and back lunges.
So we want to get the lats involved in the split squat. Recently, I've been using a resistance band with a lot of our clients here, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the cable machine, just in case you are not a member here and you're viewing from your home or your local gym. So use the attachment for the cable machine that you would use for bicep curls or tricep pushdowns. We're going to hold the rope in either hand and we're going to face the machine. Our arms are going to start up. We're going to pull the rope apart and then push through both feet to perform the split squat. All the way up, all the way back down, and then relax the arms. So we're going to pull and spread the rope, push through the floor, pull back down, and then relax the arms. If we can get the lats involved, we're more likely to have our core fire appropriately. If our core is firing appropriately, our upper body is locked in, and then our lower body has an easier time performing the exercise. So if you have a cable machine at your local gym, try that out. If you have a resistance band at home that you can hook up to something and pull down into it, that will accomplish the same goal. So give that a shot with your split squat. Once you feel stable in the split squat, we can use the same strategy to get strong at the back lunge. So again, if we get the lats involved, we will get the core involved, we'll be more stable when we perform the back lunge. So again, we have our handy ultimate sandbag, the core sandbag. Great piece of equipment if you're looking for something cheap-ish to buy that has lots of different uses. We're going to start standing. The bag is in front of your heart and you're going to crush the sand in your hands. We're going to press it out first and then lunge back and find that big toe. Drive back up and then pull the bag towards you. Drive the bag out, find the big toe, push yourself up, pull the bag back. Using the sandbag by A, crushing it in your hands, and B, pressing the bag away, again, gets lats and core involved, and we just have that much more stable of a back lunge. So with the split squat, we use the cable machine, and then we progressed to a sandbag. You could use a mini band around your hands too. Just something in your hands to crush and spread to get the lats involved will help make you much more sturdy as you perform these 2 unilateral exercises. Thanks for joining us for this fit tip. Back to the studio.
Strength training is very foreign to a lot of people. They get the idea of lifting weights, but beyond that, most just count to 10 and try to increase the weight when they want a new challenge. Progressive resistance training is a simple concept, but it can take your training to the next level. It's so simple to apply once you understand the concept.
So what does progressive resistance training mean? It's in the name, the concept that variables need to change regularly for the body to continue to adapt. The variables we tend to focus on are the weight you're using, the amounts of sets and reps, aka training volume, and the tempo, moving the weight faster or slower. Now, what do most people do? They count to 10. They lift a moderate weight at a steady pace. There's nothing wrong with this. In the beginning, it works. People see the results and they give you high fives. But be careful. Over time, the body will adapt, and this is where people should apply these progressive resistance training strategies.
Like Mike mentioned, we want to regularly manipulate tempo, weight, and volume. It's a sliding scale. When you change one variable, everything else either stays the same or decreases. How can beginners work this into their routine? There are 2 basic ways to progress without learning more dynamic, skill-based moves where you can increase the speed of a movement. 1, simply set a rep range for everything you're doing. Pick a weight that you can perform safely for 8 reps with 1 left in the tank, and work with that weight until you hit 12 reps. Once you hit the top end of your range, simply up the weight. And 2, just transition quickly from move to move while still respecting your heart rate training protocols or your rate of perceived exertion. If you pick up the tempo over time and only rest as much as you need to, your overall training volume will increase.
If you're watching this and you have some exercise experience, what are some of the other techniques we can do? Start including isometrics. Do a split squat like we showed earlier and do a 3-second pause at the bottom. Or perform a ladder. Ascending or descending reps can be another way to challenge your body. You can learn more advanced skills too. That would be a way to allow you to safely move a weight faster, like a kettlebell swing or a sandbag clean. Good old-fashioned exercise is awesome, and these are great ways to apply a little extra stuff on top of your routine.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Results Driven Fitness
Show! In the next episode, we're going to address breaking down your barriers. We've been talking to a lot of members about their struggles, and so we want to bring you through some of their processes.
After that, we're going to talk about foam rolling, why we do it, and what are some of the best places to foam roll, and how can we use it to start feeling better. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all of the social media things. We really appreciate it.
See you next time. Or your damn.
Next level. I can't fucking see it. You gotta slide it over.
It's the so that the body
Reps with one left in the, with one rep.
to dress a